The most money I've made in a day was 750,000. My biggest step to succeed was poverty. Then I tried doing a show of my own and then it flopped big time.
Unajua ile unafanya comedy ya ulipwi.
Nilikuwa napika na kuni.
2025 na kuni.
I will not stand people bored or quiet. I remember I did 2 events in 1.5 years.
He doesn't give money.
I was to estimate my net worth, everything that I have. It's around 30 million. My biggest step to succeed was poverty. We were not very poor, but we were not well off. Yeah? And I just wanted to own stuff, to be able to move freely, to eat when I want to eat.
Anyango, uko na gazeti? Hamuna gazeti?
He was funny from when he was young, from primary actually. Alikuanga too funny, like if he does something wrong, he becomes cheeky. When mom comes, he just says something and people burst out laughing, so everyone forgets that he had done something wrong.
I got into comedy as early as class 4. I was already in drama.
There's a play they did. It was one of the best plays that year in Mpaka Nationals. So I had the chance and the privilege to sit there and watch him act like a lady. I think that's why up to date he's girlish in acting and those 2 skits.
I will not stand people bored or quiet. I will just do something in class that would either make people pissed or laugh. It was comedy. Now I know.
I knew that he was going to become a comedian because he had it. It was inborn. It was in him. He was always funny.
My first money earning venture was acrobats. I was an acrobat at public events and you would be paid sometimes 50 bob, sometimes a soda.
Mwili ninayo sinayo. Muguu ninayo sinayo. Ninayo sivyo.
My biggest breakthrough came from Churchill Life in 2009. January. I met Churchill in 2006. I was doing a poem. He was a guest at Daystar. So he said, where is that young thin boy who did the poem? I said, oh, you, give me your number. So he took my number and they said, I'll call you. There's something I'm doing in about a year's time. Can you imagine someone telling me that?
Kumbuka siku zetu nikiwa shule, kulikuwa na kijana alikuwa anaitwa Semiyu. Alikuwa anaitwa nani?
So it took 2 years. I premiered on the 13th episode. That was the biggest thing for me. He had never invited another comedian. It was just him, the guest, and then the musician.
Hello? Wani mko wapi? Weko?
Well, that was one of my best shows ever. It was one of my best shows. In fact, that's how I got into Churchill Life. Because the show was so good, he came back and asked, do you want to see him again next week? Like, yeah! Then I tried doing a show of my own and then it flopped big time. And Kenyans are very traditional, yeah? When you flop, they don't touch you. I had like 1.5 years of total brokenness. I remember I did 2 events in 1.5 years. So I would go into primary schools. So I would do shows and I would charge them 5 shillings, 10 shillings.
Ile kwa rough kwake because I was always there with him. Unajua ile unafanya comedy ya ulipwi. Guys are like, oh, he's a comedian, niko kwa TV, unaenda nyumbani hauna do msoto. So he went through a lot. Ndiye akue mwenye amekuwa leo.
Clients obviously would always look at the comical side of him and neglect the money aspect. I thought it necessary to help him in terms of, bringing the seriousness and having the clients pay what would duly be for the person of his stature.
Mimi nikaenda kushika ugali wasema, Otis wewe ndio mtoto mdogo, leta chumbi. Na kimla chumbi hivi, na leta chumbi hivi, nikaenda kuweka mkono, wewe umenawa.
I made my first million from an advert I did with Airtel. It was an advert for Kuhama.
Sasa nimeweka hapa korokoro zangu za hapa, wakaanza kusiaka korokoro alafu ananiambia ati stima imepotea.
The most money I've made in a day was 750,000.
Hayo majina wanayotuita sisi mabepari. My name's Isindu. That's my stage name. Erick is like a brother to me. I was just singing randomly. Then he told me, you guys, you have a talent and I want to help you. Through him, I've met a lot of people. Nikiangalia 5 years zilizopita na saizi, there's a big change. He doesn't give money. He gave you an opportunity.
I had my phone just now. It was just here.
I'm looking for a lot of money and whoever is watching for this should look for money beginning now.